Piper's yipping at something. She's down this little hedge right here right now. Oh! 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 No way she got it! Atta girl, Gracie!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now this is a video I shot back in January. We went snowhawking, and Gracie ended up catching a rabbit, as you just saw. And I thought it might be interesting to go over this footage with a voiceover and explain what I do after Gracie catches a rabbit. And so jumping right into it, the first thing I do when she goes down on something and catches it is I dispatch it as soon as possible. And what I'm doing here, just grabbing the hind legs and then the rabbit's neck right behind the ears and pulling. And what this does is it breaks the rabbit's neck. It's just a very humane way of dispatching the rabbit. Yeah. So as soon as, well, not always, but soon after I dispatch the rabbit, I go to clip Gracie's jesses on and then tie her onto something. And she's probably not going to go far or anywhere really with a full-grown rabbit, but it's always a good habit to tie her on, and you'll see later in the video she does try to fly off with the lure. So just a good habit to get into. And so what I'm setting up for now is a trade-off, and she caught this rabbit only about like 30-45 minutes after we started hunting, and the plan was to go for 2 rabbits. Unfortunately, we didn't end up catching 2 rabbits, she just caught the one. If we did catch 2 rabbits, that would be an awesome video, but sadly, didn't happen. But because we went for a second rabbit, I traded her off that rabbit for the lure. So as you can see, I'm kneeling on the rabbit's back legs so she doesn't drag the rabbit when she's trying to get that lure there. And she's stubborn and doesn't want to get off the rabbit, but eventually she hops off. Yep, hops off, and I throw that towel over the rabbit. A big thing with hawks and falcons is they are very visual creatures. If something is out of sight, it's not there. So a towel is a really useful tool I use all the time for trade-offs or just concealing something. Yeah, just really handy. So after I get everything put away, I picked her up, and what I'm gonna try to set up for here is, and that's the part where she tries to fly away. Good thing I had the leash on. She didn't get very far. But what I'm gonna try to set up for is a slip. I don't know if that's the original name, that's just what I call it. And it's basically just me slipping a chunk of meat or a piece of meat slowly down through my glove. And this kind of provides the illusion that she is eating the whole thing when she's really not. If she had eaten this whole piece of meat, she would have been much heavier, much slower. It's kind of like after eating Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, like, all you want to do is, you know, sit on the couch, watch a movie, right? So I'm just letting her eat a little bit here, take a couple bites, and what I'm gonna end up doing is positioning the piece of meat between my thumb and forefinger and kind of grabbing onto it and then slowly pulling it down. And the reason being that you don't want to teach hawks that you take food away from them, because that's what your whole relationship is based off of. It's based off of food, basically. It sounds harsh, you know, there's no love involved, but hey, that's alright. It's just food. And so you don't want to teach them that you take food away from them. You want to be the food provider. That's why they keep coming back to you. So if you watch carefully, I'm slowly moving the piece of meat down through my gloves with my right hand, pulling it down with my right hand. And what I'm explaining right here is a lot like what I was talking about earlier, is if she can't see it, then it's not there. So you want to keep it as concealed as possible. So right there, she thought she got close to the end of her eating it, so I slipped it under my arm, and then as you'll see here, I kind of bring it across my chest, stick it in my game bag, while still keeping it as concealed as possible. And I talk about it here in a second, but you don't want to move fast. You want to keep it concealed, rather. And this is because hawks have a very fast processing speed, I call it. They can just take in and process information so much faster than we can. I would almost compare it to a computer running at 120 frames per second instead of 30 frames per second. It's just they can process so much information. And that's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe consider subscribing if you think I earned your subscription and you like Falconry content, because that's my passion and that's what I love doing videos on. So if you want to see more of that, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, thanks, bye.